As I welcome you to this practice of Yoga Nidra. Thank you for showing up. My name is Olga Chwa. I've been practicing and teaching Yoga Nidra for 20 years. This is a systematic relaxation practice with many variations and applications. For today's session, we'll focus on welcoming the winter body. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe to support this channel. As the season of autumn has passed its halfway point, last night with the arrival of Halloween, it's exactly in between the fall equinox and the winter solstice. So we are 6 weeks away from the official first day of winter. And the weather up here in the northern hemisphere has turned cold. Many of us are pulling out boots and coats and scarves, hats and gloves, and we're going to wrap the covers around us a little more. That's going to be a different experience for the shoulders, where we might walk in snow and boots, and that's going to be a different experience for the legs. So in acknowledgement of all that's coming, I invite you to get as comfortable as you can. The practice of Yoga Nidra can be done in any physical position. And the recommendation is to be in your most comfortable position. That might be lying down. That could be sitting. If you are on in your reclining position, you might be on your back, on your side, on the belly. Again, let me assure you that there is no wrong way to practice Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra is a guided practice. I'm here with guidance, but again, this is invitational and a suggestion only. You might follow my instructions, you might like them, and you might not. You might drift off, and that's all right. You might also decide to think about something or not think about something. Listen to these instructions or let them be the background for your own meditation practice. In Yoga Nidra, we begin with settling the body, with getting comfortable and taking this moment to notice if anything could make you more comfortable. Is there something you could bring in the way of blankets or pillows or cushions to be even more comfortable, to be at greater ease? And choosing where to put each foot, each hand. Soften through the tongue and jaw. Allow the eyes and the eyebrows to be smooth as the eyes rest in their sockets. And feel the support, the great support of the earth beneath you. You are held. Wherever you are, on the floor, on a chair, on a couch, in a bed, you are held. Gravity is here to hold you, and you can let go. And then I invite you even to hand over your weight, if you can give it over. Surrender the effort of being alive for these next few moments. This practice will be about 10 to 15 minutes. And it begins with this soft state of the body, this awareness of comfort, awareness of rest. Watching the breath come and go freely. The body will breathe, this we know. Something else you can trust. You can trust gravity, and you can trust that the body will breathe. So watching this breath. And listening to the sounds, listening to all of the sounds in your space, which includes the sound of these instructions here, the sound of this voice, these suggestions, and listening to any other sounds that might be far away, sounds that might be outside, sounds in other rooms. And listening to the softer sounds, the quieter sounds, can you hear your own heartbeat? And can you hear digestion moving through the body? Listen for the breath. Can you hear the natural breath? Can you hear the effortless breath? Following those inhales and exhales. And keep listening to the more and more subtle sounds around you or within you. Listening to the space of the heart. And if you happen to have an ongoing intention or resolve that you work with, this is the moment to repeat that mentally. And you may have the resolve to be open to whatever emerges. And you may have a resolve to just feel better. It might be just a temporary intention for this class to feel good. I'm here to feel good. And that's a fine intention. So letting your mind repeat mentally something that you are here for. Perhaps you have a very clear and specific intention. Perhaps you're here for the experience and you're welcoming all that emerges. And perhaps you have a momentary resolve, like feeling better. And as the mind repeats this notion, feel into it as if it were real. See if you're able to generate that experience. Can you make your body give you some direction, some grace, and offer these sensations that you invite, that you wish to feel? And the next part of this practice is called the rotation of awareness. In this part of the practice, the mind is guided to move from body part to body part. As each body part is named, take the awareness to that body part. Some folks repeat the name mentally. Some folks visualize the body part. These are all options. The invitation is to move the mind around the resting body. So the body is in stillness and the mind moves around. Take a moment to begin at the right hand. Notice your right hand thumb, the tip of the thumb, and the tip of the index finger, noticing the tip of the middle finger on the right hand, and the fourth finger there, the ring finger on the right hand, and the little finger, noticing the whole right hand. Awareness moves to the wrist and up the forearm to the elbow, and up the upper arm to the shoulder, the right armpit. And the awareness moves down the ribs, like moving down a ladder, rib by rib. The awareness moves towards the waist and the right hip, filling the right thigh and buttock down to the right knee, shin and calf to the right ankle. Notice the heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, right big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and fifth. And be aware of the right side, from the toes on the right to the fingers. And bring the awareness to the left hand. Notice the left hand thumb, index finger, middle finger, fourth finger, and little finger. Palm of the left hand, back of the left hand. Wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, left shoulder and armpit. Side of the body down the ribs to the left waist and hip. And this awareness fills the left buttock and thigh to the knee, lower leg, ankle, sole of the foot, top of the foot, left big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and fifth. And be aware of the left side from the toes to the fingertips. And the awareness goes to both feet. Be aware of the right foot and the left foot, the right ankle and the left ankle, the right knee and the left knee, the right hip and the left. Be aware of the pelvis, the whole pelvic structure, the pelvic floor, the back of the pelvis, the front of the pelvis, and the content, all the organs and tissue, the fluids and fluid spaces that dwell in the pelvis. And just welcoming the whole body in this practice as the awareness moves into the low back and the whole abdomen, into the chest, with the right and left lung, to the back with the right and left shoulder blade, in the space between the shoulder blades, as that awareness moves up towards the heart and the whole heart space, into the breastbone, the center of the chest. Right collarbone, left collarbone, and the hollow between. Welcome the front of the neck, the sides and the back of the neck. As the awareness moves to the back of the head, the right side and the left side, the right ear and the left ear. Be aware of the chin, the lower lip, upper lip, right cheek and left cheek, right nostril, left nostril, and the tip of the nose. The bridge of the nose to the eyes, right and left. Right eyebrow, left eyebrow, eyebrow center, forehead, to the crown of the head. Together, the head and face, together the neck and shoulders, right and left arms, chest and upper back, low back, abdomen, pelvis, right leg and left leg. Together, the whole body, the whole body, the whole body. And be aware of the whole body, resting the whole body here in this practice. The whole body in the state of awareness that is Yoga Nidra, the whole body. Somewhere between asleep and awake, the whole body. Resting and breathing. Watch the breath. As the inhale arrives like spring to become a summer at the fullness of inhale. And as the exhale begins like autumn, the breath falls from the body towards a moment of winter at the bottom of the breath that is followed by spring, by the inhale, arriving again into summer, the full breath, moving through autumn with the exhale into a moment of winter at the bottom of the breath, in the stillness, and the quiet, and the empty there. Watch the breath move through the body the way the seasons move through the calendar of the Northern Hemisphere. Every inhale, like a full year of seasons, the springtime, the summer, the autumn, the winter. And let this be a curiosity about the winter. Let this be a curiosity about the autumn, the exhale, the release of breath into the emptiness of no breath. Sometimes it's a little scary. Sometimes it's very comforting. Letting the body breathe with this awareness that the breath is like every season. And welcome the autumn, welcome the exhale, welcome the winter, welcome the breathlessness. As they are here to generate the springtime, to generate the inhale. And this might be the practice where the mind stays for a moment with the breath of seasons, the breath that arrives to nourish and to fill, and then to depart, to cleanse and clean, make fresh, renew. Notice the qualities of the breath along the different seasons and different phases of breath. You might ask the question, where is the body the most comfortable? Where is the physical body the most supported and at the greatest ease? Where does the physical body feel its best? Acknowledging any discomforts, bringing into the awareness any places that might be achy or pained, stiff, or just somehow unable to find that comfort, and that's all right. Acknowledging that the body can be comfortable and uncomfortable at the same time. Maybe allowing the mind to travel into the future. 6 weeks from this moment, we'll be welcoming winter officially. And the season is shifting in that direction for most of us here in the north. So feeling into what you envision, let this opportunity be a planning and a programming of how you will be comfortable in the winter body. What does this winter body benefit from? The layers of warmth, perhaps warm beverages and soups. What can you prepare and plan for to keep this winter body comforted, nourished, supported? Letting this be the inquiry of how to prepare for winter in the body. Asking the body, what do you need for the winter that's coming? What do you need? Asking the feet and the legs. Asking the hips and the pelvis, what do you need to move into this cold season with greater comforts? Ask the hands and the arms, the shoulders and the armpits, and especially asking the inner landscape, the space of the heart. What does this heart need to be comfortable in the cold season that's arriving? Is there a promise that might be made to the body, to the heart? Maybe just an intention, an attempt to meet some of these needs. Feeling into this. What does this body and this heart most need for this season that's arriving? Asking the neck and the head and the face. Perhaps asking each cheek, what do you need? And the tip of the nose, what do you need? Each of the eyes and eyebrows. And spending a moment at eyebrow center, letting the awareness drop in to the third eye, the inner eye, to hold this vision of preparing for the season that's coming. What does the third eye see in the future? What does the third eye know? And how can it guide the mind for a better experience, for a more comfortable winter? What do I need to be at ease? What do I need to stay warm and comfortable? These are the questions of our Nidra. You might stay in this state of awareness. You might hold these questions and return to them. You might come back to this state of awareness at any moment. This is your practice. It's your awareness, your consciousness. And if you're feeling complete, if you're feeling nourished and ready to wrap up this particular practice, listen, going back to the ears and to the senses and to listening to all the sounds far and near, the sounds outside and the sounds within. Listen to all of the sounds. And the sound of the breath among them. And the sound of your inner voice, the sound of your inner knowing among the sounds of the world. You might repeat to yourself mentally, again, your resolve, perhaps, if you have one, perhaps today's resolve, if you picked one, and perhaps repeating mentally any ideas or insights that came from the questions. And those answers might come later. They might arrive in a dream or in an unexpected moment in the shower when you're bending over to pick something up and that blood flow comes to the brain and brings a memory with it. If you're choosing to emerge and awaken from the practice, make little movements, move the tongue in the mouth, wiggle the fingers a little bit, wiggle the toes. Touch the thumb to the index finger, to the middle finger, one by one ring. And little finger touching the thumb to the fingers one by one helps wake up the brain and the mind. You might touch your face if you like to do that. You might trace your eyebrows, smoothing out the forehead a few times. You might massage your earlobes and bring those bits of pressure up along the sides of the ears and back down. We're waking up from that. And you might warm the hands together by rubbing them and offering that to the eyes. Waking yourself up in the ways that are soothing and comfortable. Again, that might be touching the face. That might be just the hands touching themselves or each other. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Notice how you feel. Notice what's changed in our time together. I'm here every Monday with this movement and meditation class, and every Wednesday now with an astro yoga offer. It's a similar class, easy movements, but specifically with the guidance of the seasonal astrology. So we look at full moon and new moon. We look at where the sun and the different planets are to draw inspiration for the movements that I relate back to medical astrology. So if you're curious about that, that's on Wednesdays. And I'm so glad that you are here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And our session is complete. Thank you for watching. Please like the video and leave a comment about your experience.
And while you're here, please subscribe to my channel and opt in for notifications to catch the next class I upload. And then head over to olgachwa.com to join in a live event or to work one-on-one with me. I'm here to help.